Hey, this is Pastor Dave coming to you with your Monday Mojo. Hope you had a great weekend. Wow, what a tremendous weather weekend. I know I had a good one. So part of that weekend was spent in a Zoom meeting. Now, some of you are familiar with Zoom meetings and some of you may not. So let me explain. A Zoom meeting is like a video conference where people with their phones or their computers or their iPads in various locations can all tune in through the internet to one conference, and you can see their face, and it kind of looks like a Brady Bunch in 9 boxes with people's faces. And so everybody can give their input and talk about whatever needs to be talked about. And when you're not talking, you generally mute yourself. Now, sometimes a person can't be there at a video destination, so they'll call in on their cell phone and they'll put in their input that way. And when they speak, you'll just see a little cell phone on the screen. Now, the deal is, if they call in and speak, but don't put their phone on mute in between when they speak, something really interesting happens. It causes interference and feedback for everybody on the conference until somebody finally says, hey, wait a minute, somebody's on the cell phone. I think you need to mute yourself because we can't hear anything very well. So that person mutes themselves. Everything goes splendidly after that. Now, got me thinking. There's an awful lot of conversations that are going to be going on in the next several months around what's happening in our country, around our racial divisions, around the situations that are taking place. And it's going to be really important that we learn how to listen. And when we get into those conversations, we need to do the same thing that a person in a phone atmosphere on a Zoom would do: mute themselves. But what do I mean by that? I mean this: when you're having a conversation with someone, mute all of your thoughts about what you're going to say next, because sometimes we really don't listen to each other real well. We're just listening for the sake of waiting for you to stop talking so that I can say what I want to say. So we're really not listening to what you have to say. We're really more processing what I'm going to say next. It is going to be so vital in the upcoming months and years to learn how to listen to each other's story, to listen to each other's hearts and minds and passions and heartaches and frustrations and joys. But in order to do that, we've got to mute our own, this is what I need to say next. And when we do, I think the conversations will get better for everybody involved. And not only that, we will learn more about each other. And if people extend that to you and I, they'll learn more about us. So, in these conversations, I would say in any kind of conversation really, use the same tactic that we use in Zoom meetings if you're on a phone. Put yourself on mute when you're not saying anything and really listen to what the other person is saying. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. That's your Monday Mojo for this week.